What up, my friends? I'm back with another video. Now, it's been quite a while. It's been a bit long. What I'm trying to say is it's been quite a little while since my last review, but I'm reviewing the second arc of Bleach. Also see part 1 of the arc. Yes, I'm finally reviewing the Soul Society arc. Sorry about that. I had to go for a pee. I don't know if the pause actually affects the videos or not on there. A lot of people don't seem to review my game channel. I mean, yeah, I understand it can be misleading. When I say Resident Gamer, I think I just play games. I only do reviews because I don't have any tech equipment to record and play games. So, and with my Kingdom Hearts, I did review some 3 Kingdom Hearts stories on that channel. Also reviewed Tomb Raider and Spider-Man. And I'm reviewing. Also plan to review Uncharted. So yeah, subscribe to that if you want to see my thoughts on games. Anyway, the first part of this 2-part arc goes from episodes 21 to 41, over 20 episodes. I'll continue the next batch not this Sunday, because I'm going to town tomorrow. I won't have enough time to watch them all. So, yeah, I'm going to save it for Sunday, because it depends if I'm going to be upstairs or not. Yeah, once I'm done with that, it's been years since I last watched this arc, by the way. I last watched it when it was on Netflix. The first part, which was only 20 episodes, which makes sense. Netflix only have 3 seasons, which divides the two arcs as 3 seasons. Anyway, part 1 is called The Sneak Entry. Part 2 is called The Rescue. I cannot wait to rewatch part 2 and see where it goes from there. Never got a chance, because as I said, only these 3 stories were on Netflix. So I couldn't watch them. Watch the others, I didn't know how to back then. And I know it's available on Crunchyroll, but it's subbed, and I want to watch that subbed some other time. Before I could get through the dubs. After I'm done with this second part of the Bleach arc, I'll also be both parts of it. I'm going to be going on to review the Land of Waves of Naruto. Then review the Chunin Ninja exams. Because I think about trying to read the manga, but I never bothered to properly. Only got through chapter 1. But if I continue watching the anime, you know. So yeah. Anyway, story continues right where we left off. Ichigo, Chad, Uryu. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to say his name. Let me say that again. Ichigo, Chad, Uryu, and Orihime and Yoriichi are trying to get into the Soul Society. They're lucky they managed to get out of there alive. So, before I go on, I want some suggestions for my next video on my main channel, because still got some other videos I plan to do on there. But because I still don't do next Red Dwarf or Doctor Who. But I think I'll say Doctor Who for sometime in 2023 for the 60th anniversary. The 60th anniversary on November the 23rd. You know, I hope Doctor Who gets another movie. A new Doctor Who movie. Because Doctor Who has the makers for a movie, standard story. Because it can be, because multi-part stories can become like a movie. By combining them together. I mean, some airings of classic Doctor Who episodes on television, they did sometimes air on drama, but it hasn't aired since. Like one about George the Seventh Doctor, they stitched all the serial stories together, all the parts of that story together, make it like a movie. Like adding out the cliffhanger part. So yeah. And well, Doctor Who feels like a shorter movie. I mean, only over 45 minutes or so, I think. So yeah, which one of those two should I review next? No. I plan to do review Red Dwarf. It's a public sitcom. But I'm gonna wait once we get an announcement of the next storyline of the next part. What are you gonna do next? Okay, so. Oh yeah, I also tested out that Motivation DVD player. Oh. Especially came in the post just yesterday. This is a US copy of Power Rangers Dino Charge Volume 1. I thought it was a complete season, but no. It only contains 4 episodes. I only tested it out, and the quality isn't that good, but it's maybe because of the DVD itself. You know? But it still works. Don't really care for it much anyway. Only bought it just to test because it was cheaper. Around £9. You know? So it's cheap. Just wanted to test it out, then I could get some DVDs. Go watch Dino Charge on YouTube. All the episodes are probably on there. Anyway, enough blabbering. Back to what I was reviewing the arc. So, yeah. When we arrive at the location of Soul Society, when we must get through the gate, there's a Ichiro does try to wander in, but a gate shows up with a gatekeeper who's very strong. So, and very good hearing. Only bites by a specific rule, 1-on-1. So Ichigo came first. So Ichigo demonstrates his new strength. So he was able to get his Soul powers back in 5 days. So he did some trick. So he fought Hazen Clarks, whose name I forgot, for that extra 5 days, get him stronger. So yeah, he's definitely gone strong. No, the Soul Society arc. If you've seen my previous reviews, you may think it could. With story structure sounds slightly familiar. That's because the creator took inspiration from Saint Seiya's Sanctuary arc, where the Saints had to go for Sanctuary, about 12 golden saints and Pope Ares to get back the to remove the golden hour as Pierce Athena. So yeah, it definitely took inspiration from that. And like I say, Demon Sin also took slight inspiration from this too. Especially with the white cloaks. You know. Also, I finished reading the Demon Slayer manga, so go check my reviews on that. Because the final arc is bloody amazing. It was a good ending, it didn't feel much earned. Should I mention that? Off topic again, sorry. This happens so many times. I'm always going off topic. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention some of my Season 0 review of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll touch upon more upon that when I review Duel Monsters. But that's going to be a while for now. Anyway. So yeah. Ichigo managed to beat him rather than entering the gate, but it's stopped by one of the Soul Society captains, Gin Inamaru. Who seems like who seems obviously a bad guy. And, well, you can't be correct, but I'll get more detail about that in the second part. So, so we couldn't pass. And Chan managed to run into Yorichi the cockatoo from the first arc. When he on his full, even though he appeared proper, right? That episode gave him more of screen time, more giving a focus on him. And well, part 1 has some good fights, but part 2 has some battle fights. Actually, the good fights go to Ichigo. Oh, other characters get some good fights too. Hey! This is the time Yoichi knows a way. Yeah, and that's the location of a specific person whose name I forgot, Sally. Yoichi says he changes his house so often. Not to keep anything hidden, by the way. But you find out why in a bit. Anyway, Ichigo ends up in a fight with a guy named Ganju, who hates Soul Reapers for every bite of his being. Now, I think I mentioned this in my previous review, but Soul Reapers were termed as Shinigamis, gods of death, in the Japanese version. But I think the dub came up with a good name, Soul Reapers, because Shinigamis are gods of death. So, what does a Shinigami do then, actually? Because, well, Soul Reapers are not really gods. It just helps spirits pass, helps bound spirits pass to the other side, and take down those corrupted spirits. Not a god of death. They're not godlike beings. Some of the Demon Slayer, they're created just to defeat the villains of the series. Oh, I see Demon Slayer must have took inspiration from this too. Because humans becoming creatures fighting with a group of people, a whole organization, fighting with swords and abilities. Similar. You can really notice the similarities. Now, I cannot wait to get to know the captains, because I didn't get much. Because, as I said many times before, I only got to see the rescue part of the story, along with the other two, including one of you now. So, the third arc will be whole new territory for me. So I'm looking forward to check it out. I'm doing this so I could be able to watch the 1000 Year Blood Pool that's coming out sometime this year. And it's going to be streaming on Disney Plus, probably. Yeah. So I want to catch up on the anime, all the episodes that were adapted, watch the movies, and then watch the upcoming movie. It's obviously going to be a movie. Oh yeah. Which isn't. Sorry. I'm not disappointed adult animes never aired on, anime for audiences is never aired on television here. Like, the only one to actually that did air on television is Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z Kai. Yes, but they were heavily censored. Well, Super was not censored, Z Kai was censored. Basically, probably the Nicktoons broadcast. But I don't remember much about that. I was a kid when I came on. So censorship. Anyway. Wait. After Ganju he just runs off scared after the clock ran. Anyway, next morning, Ichigo and friends head off to meet this person Yoichi knows. And they discover the weird how that looks so weird. Uryu has some funny moments, including with a cape. It was a shame Orihime didn't get any fights this arc. But I know she's gonna have some more fights in the future, because after all, she still has getting the grasp of her powers. So she doesn't, and, well, she needs to fight with killing intended. But it's understandable Orihime's not a fighter. So it's understandable Orihime's going to need a lot more practice. Anyway. Anyway, this person turns out to be a woman. He assumes a man. Well, this arc reveals Yoichi's secret. But I'll get to that later. As Asagami Merns learned how to do a special. Turns out her brother is Ganju. So he and Ichigo don't like each other, but probably become friends after that, though. It's funny. That was not supposed to happen then. Oh god, no damage. Anyway. Ganju decides to tackle on to reading about what happened, why he hates Soul Reapers. A Soul Reaper killed his brother. We find out who it is later. So now, the group heads off. But in the force, with all the characters notified, they all get separated. Uryu ends up with Orihime, Chad's on his own, while Yoichi also gets a little separated too. But Ichigo and Ganju are there separated as well from them. And they end up fighting two other Soul Reapers. They're brilliant fights. I'm skipping most of the fights because you should see them yourself. I'm curious to look at manga from what the manga was originally like, because anime in the 2000s always did not follow the source material properly. Just add some slight changes, but also, and the Rurouni Kenshin anime is I'm going to speak of, because, well, episodes 2 and 3 were swapped from the manga. I did mention that in my manga review. I didn't know this. And I will get back to Rurouni Kenshin too. I'm going to pitch the Tokyo arc before we continue with the manga. Especially continue I'm going to pitch with the entire Tokyo arc. Then move on to read the manga and move on to the other arcs. That's my plan. Anyway. Each character ends up in some fights down the long way. Well, Chad only had one big true shonen jump bow. I'll get to that in a bit. Anyway. On the way they meet another Soul Reaper named Hanataro, who's basically weak. But I hope we might see him again and how he grows as a character. So yeah. He basically wants to help them because he's kind of bonding with Ruki as a friend. And her execution sentence has been moved up now 14 days. So they are a time limit. This is what I mean, when I said it's compared to the Seiya Sanctuary arc. The characters have a time limit. They must fight their way through for a civilization, for a powerful group that of good guys who have someone who's kind of corrupt in a way, and rescue their friend. Help their friend. So I like that. You really see the inspirations. Also, the creator wasn't able to get, I heard, the creator could get his manga published if it were out for Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball. But I could probably misremember it. I'm not sure. Uryu ends up with one fight too. Oh yeah. Also, I'm skipping over, but you don't have to learn about it when you watch the series. Ichigo's second battle was against Reiji Akabara. And we learn a bit about his past with Rukia. They are friends. They grew up together. Well, there's a whole story behind it. He kind of regrets everything now, and he's barely injured. He went them alone, by the way. He's a lieutenant. My man, a whole shocking incident happens. After that battle, a shocking incident happens. One of the captains of the squad, one of the captains of the Soul Society, Mr. Eisen, was found dead. And there's a whole suspicion going on. Who killed him? That's a big mystery. It's not revealed to the second part. Looking forward to that part. Looking forward to revealing that. Anyway, Ichigo's battle with Reiji is epic. Then their first fight. Though Reiji was much stronger than Ichigo at the time, and is possibly even stronger now because when they leave the Soul Society, their powers are reduced a bit, so they don't cause any harm to the outside, to any to any humans. Hey. Amotaro tries to heal Ichigo's wounds. So he managed to heal a bit for those wounds, and they head out. Okay. Now Chad ends up with his own battle. But in the end, he loses. We do learn a bit about his history of Ichigo and his life. He used to fight a lot, but first was Abala. I think I'd say that wrong, don't I? It is Spanish word for grandpa. You know, like Mexican. Abu. I think it's Abu. I might be wrong now. And, he had, as I said, Chad had a troubled childhood as well. He fought a lot, but his words were his grandpa who later gave up on him. When he stopped him. That's why Chad never fights. Ichigo started calling him Chad. The two kind of became friends. We see a great story between the two. So, surprising that Chad lost, even though it's a great story. This is his first big battle, and he lost. Then again, Uryu and Ichigo have a bit more experience in fighting. While Chad and Orihime don't. So that's understandable for now. So we're going to see them grow and fight more in the future. Big shonen jump battles, not any side battles on the side, Like beating up random bad guy, random goons, Nothing like that. Because, in shonen jump battle, there's always a big battle against a guy. But the shonen jump character always has to fight one of the characters. And a strong battle leads to epic career fights. I just love shonen jump. Their fights are entertaining. They're mostly known for that, but they do comedy and stuff. We got the second half of Spy Family coming out next month, so stay tuned for that. We got a new opening too. Can't wait to check it out. Cannot wait for it to come out. I really enjoy Spy Family. Now, I may continue reading the manga, but it's not complete yet. I think. I don't know, it's more episodic than... The manga is more episodic than just a little shonen jump manga with arcs. Also, next time we got the Chainsaw Man anime coming out. So I got to remember to check out. Keep reading the manga, catch out on the arcs so far. The ones that have been completed as. And be ready for the anime and continue reading the manga on the side. So yeah. Ichigo's bird bow is one of the captains who's pretty strong. With strong spiritual pressure. And Ichigo wins after learning something. You know, he never asked for Zangetsu's help. So now he's learned to call upon the bear's help because it's alive. It's truly brilliant. Making us feel for the souls. Remember, because you have to remember, a lot of people will obviously forget this. Any normal person will forget this. So the souls are alive. So I like that. It's clever. Because it's sometimes hard to forget. Sometimes hard to remember most of the time. It's like Ichigo's pretty wounded though. While Anato and Ganjo head off to the tower to rescue Rukia. While Yoruichi treats to Ichigo's wounds. When he reveals his true identity, reveals his true form to him, turns out he's a human who transforms into a cat. And that's interesting enough, Yoruichi is actually a woman. It's kind of weird. I had no clue why she does a male voice when she transforms into a cat. Alright, so it's pretty interesting now. And somehow, Ichigo, the mask on Ichigo, Hanataro got rid of that in the sewers, but somehow came back. The hollow mask. It's going to have some importance in the future. Also, during the arc, there's a small little side story. Goes on some of the characters back home. You know, focus Ichigo's sisters. Ueda's shop. The two kids that work at Ueda's shop. I think that's his name, Ueda. Sometimes I don't remember. And the ghost hunter guy, the guy's name, you know, who does this. It's kind of comedic, with a nice little Sentai reference. With Kanakura. I have no clue what Kanakura means, by the way. If you know what it means, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, Hanataro and Ganju managed to get up to the tower and rescue Rukia, but Ganju has a shocking revelation of who it is. Basically, Rukia is the one who killed his brother. And Rukia seems to recognize the clan name. But I'm sure there's more story behind that. Oh, Rukia doesn't seem like to kill someone. She's a good guy. Ichigo wants to help repay her for what she's done for him. Anyway, Ganju does refuse to help her, but Byakuya shows up. So yeah. Well, Ganju knows they can't win against him, but decides to hold him off. But gets badly hurt. But Ichigo comes to save them in just a moment. We'll find a little battle between him and Rukia. It's been quite a bit since we last saw that. It's nice seeing it again. It was a nice moment too. It's funny. So yeah, Ichigo does clash with Byakuya. But Byakuya does admit he's gone stronger. Decides to use his Bakuto. You know? Remember that ability he used on Ichigo. So Ichigo's now to catch up with speed. But he is rescued by Yoruichi. They seem to know her. But seem to know her. And that's where the part ends. That's where the first part ends, which is epic. I still love this arc. I didn't go much detail, but it's a long arc. I didn't go much detail about the Saint Seiya anime either when they did this stuff. But still, it's good. And I cannot wait to check out more. This is my first time reviewing it, by the way. But I did watch it years ago, so I can't remember much of it. But yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You'll be up to date on all news that comes out in the future. Well, my next review will be Sunday, as I said. But since Naruto will be 17 episodes long, since the second. Wait, Shit. There are 4 episodes in the arc, isn't there? In a prologue. Yeah, 4 episodes. So 15? 15 episodes? I don't know. I think I'll see that for Monday though. So again, thank you guys. I'll see you on Sunday. Well, I'll see you guys later with Tokyo Mew Mew probably, if I bother to watch it. But, well, my next Bleach review, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Keep feelings out.